The log is off.
Hello, mate. How you doing? Go on.
I was going to say, I'm good, thank you.
Sorry. The reason I'm like this is because I need to speak to the listeners.
Oh, okay.
So do you mind if I just have a minute?
I'll be quiet.
Actually don't talk. Just think about what we're going to be doing in this episode because it's quite good fun. Oh, this is to everyone who watches the podcast or flicks through the podcast on YouTube specifically. Please subscribe. This is our 52nd episode now. And we're stuck on 50 subscribers and it drives me bastard crazy. So please press subscribe now and me and Martin will be your best friends. Is that all right?
Well done.
Thanks.
No, if you can't do it through natural means, beg.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's pretty much what this game is, isn't it? Social media.
So how's things?
Yeah, all right. I've been off work this week, so I've been kicking the exercises arse, but we'll get around to that in a bit.
Well, how is the weight loss?
Good. Still going steady. I've done lots of walking this week.
That's my downfall. The exercise is my downfall. I'm not doing enough exercise.
It's time though, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I've had the gift of time this week, but like normally it's difficult to fit it in. However, we are getting early
Light
nights coming in, so get in from work and get out.
Sit in a beer garden then.
Well, if you walk to the beer garden and back, that's fine.
So I've got a special episode then this week.
It's a really exciting one.
So this was just like a random comment, I think, from the last episode, wasn't it? And we sort of hit on it and thought, yeah, let's do that.
And then forgot and had to sort of scrabble around to get the stuff in time. So last time our Supermarket Sweet episode, we talked about Aldi and Aldi beers in particular, having craft ales and a different, wider selection of beers now. And we thought, wouldn't it be a good idea to try an Aldi beer, but also to pair it with a snack? And was there a challenge element to this?
Was there? Oh, we've got points on that or something.
I don't know. Our last episode was that really boozy drink, and
yeah. Well, I found it interesting because, as it transpires, my Aldi's got a decent selection of beer. As it transpires, every single Aldi you visited, 3 of them, don't.
Mate, why is it every supermarket beers ends up with me driving around the northeast?
I live in like a tiny place with one Aldi, and I got like 4 beers, no problem. So if it's any consolation, there was a beer that you couldn't get, which is the one I really wanted to be.
That looked the best one.
So what we thought was a Belgian triple. So in sort of commiserations and because I'm sorry that you couldn't get it, rather than send you it, I've just drank my version of it now. So cheers.
Hang on. This is the Lagers Off code. You can't have a drink before the drinks.
I thought you'd appreciate the fact. Do you know what?
I don't appreciate it at all. You've broke the rules, son.
It's a big bugger as well.
Oh, look at that as well. Bottles coolers out.
And it was only £3.50, I think.
Oh, mate, that hasn't helped.
6%.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it's Belgian-y. It's quite nice, yeah. I like it. So anyway, I just thought I'd do that in on a review, not being able to get it.
In typical my look, I also picked up another beer from Aldi thinking, I'll just get another one. And if Martin wants to try a different one, we'll do that. And I got this can of IPA and it was absolute dog water. It was disgusting.
So I've noticed there's a few they've got from some breweries. I was very careful with what I picked. Now, I don't know what your selection was, but they had some like flavoured ones that I've had before and were very disappointed with. There was like a strawberry one, which was very disappointing. And I think the IPA. So I think these ones are all right, though.
Yeah. Well, I was quite surprised at these selections, to be honest.
And then we also wanted to do a snack as well. So have you cooked your snack?
I've heated it up in the microwave.
Well, I mean, I've put mine in the air fryer, but I've actually done a little bit of cooking on one of mine, which I will post on the Instagram later.
Well, I haven't got my phone. I'll have to take a photo of mine. Don't know how I'm going to do that.
Oh, your snack.
But I've got snacks.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. What you said to pair with the beers, and we've got 2 beers, so that calls for 2 snacks.
I'm not sure whether mine's a pairing snack, I have to be perfectly honest. And also, because mine was cooked, it was cooked about an hour ago, so the freezing cold, so it might have completely defeated the object. And I've also made a dipping sauce as well.
You've made one? Or did it come with it?
I've made a dipping sauce.
So you've made it from scratch with ingredients?
Made it with scratch with ingredients.
You're such a try-hard, aren't you?
Yes, I have. So, I think we need to go into it because I need to see what these snacks are. I don't know what I know what the beer is, of course. Don't know what the snack is.
So what we'll start with beer-wise?
Well, I think we should go in for... So we've got the first one on the thing. I think we'll start with the Yorkshire Bitter.
I was surprised you picked this, mate.
Very traditional.
It's kind of like... What's the word? Like... It's sort of bog standard, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's very traditional, but bitters are in at the moment. So what I've got here is a Yorkshire Bitter. It's especially selected from Aldi. Traditional robust bitter that's not being messed about with. 4.8%. 4.8. Was that a bad impression?
That was really good. That's actually what it says on the label. Unless it's a spelling mistake.
4.8%. Now, the reason that I thought this was better than some of the other offerings is because this is in partnership with Black Sheep, who don't knock out a bad brew.
Well, what glass am I going to use? I'm going to use this. I quite like a bitter every now and then.
Yeah, I do. So we've got a traditional bitters are really back in as well. If we want to go into a bit of beer knobbery, traditional bitters are back.
Are you finished your other beer? Are you all right?
I haven't finished that. I'll finish that.
Do you want to neck that down? I mean, that's just disgusting. That's just a sacrilegical.
It's actually really nice beer. That I probably shouldn't have had that.
Right. So, mate, let's have a taste, and then we'll do our pairings, right?
Well, hang on. So I've read it. Give me the can art.
It's probably not even worth a review. It's just pump supermarket labels, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's not very good, actually.
I mean, to be fair, though, I hadn't realised that they'd put it in Yorkshire on the bottle, and you read that out quite well.
Yeah? Yep. Right, okay. Hang on, I'm just going to get the rest of mine. It's a nice colour. Right, bottoms up. Cheers. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to reserve my judgment.
I think we should also factor in that Aldi is seen as a budget supermarket as well.
Is it still seen as a budget supermarket?
I think so.
I bought some hot smoked salmon fillets, and I got the checkout, and there were £5 each. I nearly shit my pants.
There would have been 10 in Sainsbury's, though.
True. Right, show me the snacks.
Do you want to see my snack first?
Yeah.
So for this pairing, I'm going to go with... Now, we've talked about this on the podcast a few times. Tapas. For anyone who doesn't know what tapas is, it's basically...
Where have you been for the last 30 years?
But it's like little...
I can't believe you just said for anyone who doesn't know what tapas is.
That's...
You're insulting our...
I'm getting the... Hang on. I'm getting the beer snob button out for that.
You're not, because you can't find it. Dan, you're insulting our 2 listeners. Are you still trying to press a button?
Yes, but Instagram keeps putting a thing over the thing, right? Right, hang on. You're getting it. Stop! You're getting it.
Beer snob. Beer snob.
Thanks.
I'll edit all the faffing about out.
So come on, show me.
Right, today, for my snack to pair with the bitter, I have got chorizo.
Chorizo!
I've just realised I've done something that I absolutely hate.
Masturbated.
I'm eating. Yeah. And I'm eating on camera. So I apologise.
Well, I think it's got to be done. When we're the new hairy bikers, we're going to have to eat on camera.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with my dumbed down version. So I've gone really healthily from the healthy aisle. Yeah, pre-cooked snacks. And I've gone halloumi fries.
And you've made a dip for that?
Yes. So my dip is a mustard mayonnaise creamy dip.
Is that butter?
It's got butter in it. So we should not be eating on camera. Sorry, on the microphone, because for anyone listening, this is going to be disgusting for some people.
I'll edit all the slurping out.
I'll try and filter out the eating. But my halloumi fries taste like halloumi with breadcrumbs.
Chorizo's chorizo. It's in a tangy sauce. Not sure what it is. I should have checked.
Does it go with the beer?
Yeah. It's a salty sausage, mate. Everything goes with...
Is that what you tell the wife?
Goes with everything.
So you alluded at your weight loss update. How was it?
Well, I haven't been weighed this week yet, but last week I had I thought I had a terrible week not food-wise, but like eating late and stuff like that. But I still lost weight, so that was reassuring. And like this week I've done lots of walking and exercise and weights and stuff. So I get weighed, we're on Thursday now when we record this. I get weighed on a Saturday morning.
I am 8 pounds down.
8 pounds down overall?
Yeah. Well, no,
Good.
Since 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, it was quite a shock.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, you're not meant to weigh yourself all the time, are you? But I always can't help it. Scales are there. I'm naked. Had a poo. May as well get on the scale. So I get on more than I should.
Have you got electronic, like digital scales, or have you got like proper sort of doctor's office ones? So
I've got 3 scales. 1 doctor's office. They only go to 19 stone. Yeah, I'm too big for that. A pair of digital ones. They only go to 22 stone. I'm too heavy for that.
Do you have to do a foot on each one?
And then I've got one that do actually do us correctly. So they're the ones I use.
Do your digital ones do this? So you'll get weighed and it'll say a number. And then you get off and get on again. And then it'll say 7 pounds either lighter or heavier until you do it 5 or 6 times in the cell.
But mine are worse than that. I get on them. You've got to wait for the zeros, haven't you, in the flash.
Yeah.
And then the display like whirls or whatever it is. You get on it. And then it goes, get off, you fat When I was choosing my beer snacks, I'm doing calorie counting, so I had to work out what I was going to have. So I did all my working out today. I've got the shittiest dinner I've had for about 4 weeks, and it's about 1,000 calories.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Oh, anyway, we're
Well,
doing
well
well. Keep going.
Yeah,
Keep going.
Yeah, we're doing well.
Something really disconcerting that I found out this week was I found it out in the worst of circumstances. I was in the office. Something happened. I was sitting in general population. Like, I wasn't in the office. I was in the main throng.
General population? You're in American prison.
And someone spoke, so I shouted at them to stop speaking. And I stood up really quickly. And I had a sensation I've never had before. My tit slapped against my arm and made an audible sound. It went.
Were you embarrassed?
I'm thinking probably no one heard it. But it happened again for the second time the next day as well. And I
Doing a round of applause.
I thought, oh my God, I've never had this before. And then I thought, hang on. I wonder if women get this problem.
I would imagine they do. I've got sort of a similar dilemma this week that I had to solve. So, because I've been walking a lot this week, I got chub rub.
Oh, nasty.
Because that can fell a man, can't it?
Oh,
like
big style.
You could be out of action for a week with that.
Big style.
Because it's just like really nasty. So I had to go to Boots and get some Vaseline. Yeah. Is that 111? My thighs are red raw. No, I had to go and get some Vaseline. So every time I go on walks this week, I've had to vaz up.
Rumour has it you started the LA fires.
Yeah. My jeans took a pounding.
It's quite... When your jeans go threadbare in the gusset, you know you've got chunky thighs. This tit slap, I did think, oh my God, I don't think I'm going to be able to go on the treadmill for a little while until I get this under control. It'd be like watching a seal.
It's weird you've never had it before and you're losing weight, though.
Maybe I've got a bit flabbier.
Maybe you need to start doing some weights, dude. That's really good.
My fat's always been quite hard. Maybe now it's a bit...
Hard fat.
You know, like, I've always been fairly robust. Go on.
I was just going to say, keep us unformed with the titty slaps.
My weight loss, though, did go a little bit off key, so I'm being generally good. However, I did go and visit another Michelin star restaurant.
God.
Well, actually, I don't think it is Michelin star, but it's like it's meant to be tipped for the next Michelin star.
Who's
Chef?
Oh, so it's not like a celebrity
No,
chef.
it's not a celebrity chef. No, it's just like a proper chef. And it's called 8, and it had 8 courses in the meal. So it was very nice. I'm not going to go into details about it because I know you get upset with us, but it was nice. We enjoyed it, and we were staying in a hotel nearby. What I realised, so 3 things of note. 1, I had the best scallop dish I think I've ever had.
I know what you were going to say there when you started with an S.
Scallop. Had the best scallop dish I've ever had. 2, I had the worst liqueur coffee I've ever had. You know when you finish your meal and they say, would you like some cheeses? We're like, no, thank you, don't any cheeses.
They don't say that in Burger King, mate.
But could I please have espresso and a brandy, please? And then he went, yes, certainly. And he went away and he came back and he went, just to clarify, you wanted a coffee and a brandy. Like, yeah, please, yeah. So he went away again. I was watching him. He started like talking to the woman next to him. I'm thinking, And then this woman came over and she went, so it's an espresso and a brandy, isn't it, that you have to? Yes. Do you want it with milk or not? And I'm like, no.
Hang on, did they think you wanted it in the same glass or separate?
Yeah, so I came and it was basically a brandy.
You what?
In a full cup of coffee with some milk on top.
Is that not what you wanted?
I didn't really give a shit at that point.
So you
I was
wanted
pissed.
an espresso, a little shot of coffee, and a brandy in a separate glass.
Yeah. And I ended up with a liqueur coffee, but it was all right. And then afterwards, because it was a little bit posh, and this guy was foreign, and they said, it must have been lost in translation. I was like, okay, that's fine. And he was stood next to us afterwards, and they said his name, I can't remember his name now, Samuel or something. And I grabbed him and said, hey, Samuel, come here. Said, that's the best liqueur coffee mistake you've ever made. I quite like it, well done. Just to make him feel bad.
Did he laugh?
Yeah.
Don't choke on the podcast, please.
So this place, this restaurant's like in the sticks, so it's quite a long way out. You've got to get a taxi up to it. So a taxi came to get us back. Got a taxi driver on the way home who literally couldn't speak any English, but we had a full conversation on the way back. I was talking about one thing, he was talking about something completely different, and it just worked because I'd had a drink, so it made it work. Right at the end of the taxi drive, the wife's like punching us in. And I realised...
Punching you?
Yeah, she's saying, get out. I think I'm not being rude or anything.
Well, you were just sat talking at the end of the
Yeah,
journey.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she opened the door and got off, like sort of stormed off, and I thought, oh, shit, what have I done? That's usually what happens, isn't it? And then I realised it was because the taxi driver had farted and made the biggest stench you have ever smelt in your life, like a sewage farm fart. And I got out of the car and I went in and I thought, I paid him and thought I'm in trouble now, and I don't know why. And when I went in, she was in fits of laughter. It was her that had farted as she got out of the car. It was disgusting.
That poor man.
Well, he'll think it was me, though, won't he?
Yeah, definitely.
He'd be like, oh, had this right fat bloke in the car. He stunk. But yeah, that was it. How's the beer going now?
It's all right, isn't it? Do you know what it's a bit like? You know when you get like Christmas presents, and people who don't know you well get you like a pack of beers.
Yeah.
It's like one of them.
Yeah. Actually, I have to say, I've reserved judgment.
It's all right.
So, this is not a long episode. This is not a special. So, are we going to get cracked on with the other one?
Oh shit! Yeah, we better hang on.
Right. So, the next beer is also from Aldi. And this one is the specially selected Coffee Stout. And this is a dark and indulgent Silver Beer Award holder from 2024. Great
That
taste.
smells really nice.
And this one is 5.2%. So it's still got a little bit of a kick to it. So, I tell you what, we will never ever do another tasting menu again because it's so difficult to talk without offending people.
That smells incredible, doesn't it?
It's got a lot of coffee in it, hasn't it? Now, I'm cheating because I have had this one before, but
What, this Aldi one?
yeah. So, I do know what it's like, but
Right. Well,
rich, dark, and indulgent with subtle coffee aromas, caramel and vanilla notes, complex yet perfectly smooth.
yeah. Again, it's just another supermarket branded sort of not very exciting label, which is fair enough, I suppose. Oh, have a drink.
Cheers.
It tastes like one we've had before.
Coffee stout, so. Right, okay. So, back to the business. Back to the business.
Do you want me to present my next snack?
Well, I've made this one, so I've got a little bit of instructional information to go through.
All right, so I'll just show you mine because I just heated mine up in the microwave. Sticking on the tapas theme, I have gone for, I don't know how to present this, frittata.
Frittata! As one of my mates once said, this guy was on a diet, and we were talking, we were in the pub, obviously drinking, so it wasn't that much of a diet. And he said, I've had nothing to eat today because I'm watching my calories. I've had nothing but a crustless quiche. And my mate went, what? A omelette?
Crustless quiche?
That's when I think of frittata. That's what I always think of. So, my friend, I have, I think I've created a new sack. Now, I have to be honest, they've gone a little bit worse for wear. After
I
sitting
can't believe how much effort you've put into this.
No. So I bought some buffalo mozzarella and something else, tortellini. Not tortellini, ravioli.
Bloody
And
hell.
I've cooked it off, and I have then drained it and let it cool and air fried it with some Nando's peri peri salt. And I've got little crispy parcels of ravioli.
Hold them up. Yeah. I know. That's sending my misophonia off.
They've gone a little bit soggy. They weren't really crispy. Now, unfortunately, though, and I haven't shown this on the because I was so gutted, I haven't shown this on the Instagram photo that I took, and I should have. But in my excitement to sprinkle it with the peri peri salt, I'd opened the big flap, not the sprinkles flap. So I got a lot of peri peri sauce on them. So I had to redo some. Yeah.
You know, that always reminds me of, remember at school, where you used to get your school dinner, and then you'd get to the bit where you pay, and there was a salt and pepper there, and some joker would always loosen the salt.
Talking to school dinners, so I need to set the scene here. So obviously I've not been to another school, so I don't know what it was like, but we used to queue up in like benches, didn't we, to wait to go in to be able to have your lunch. So I'm sure other schools do something similar. And we used to sit there in like a snake, didn't we? And it used to go in like 20 at a time or something like that, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
And then you used to go in, you used to have to go into the kitchen, and then you got your serve and come out. Do you remember there was a fad when we were at school, and that was putting butter on your chips?
I don't remember.
Now, even
Was this
saying
a fad
that,
you came up with?
no, I will tell you offline who it was. And he used to do it every single time. And you had to pay an extra 15 pence for your butter. So it was like a big
15 pence back
yeah,
then.
yeah.
That's with inflation, that's about
Bus fare.
30 quid. Yeah.
Bus fare, that was. So you had to do it. You had to really engage in this. But we also, do you remember the best? Our school dinners, I think, were really good.
Really good.
Like everyone whinges about school dinners. I think
Ours
that was
were excellent.
brilliant.
Brilliant.
I remember we had these like cheese and rice sausages that were absolutely fantastic, and we had like full lasagnas and all
Even
sorts.
the slices of pizza were great.
Yeah. So anyway,
Can I just ask a question about that? But I don't remember that. Would you individually butter up a chip?
No, you'd put it on the chips
And let it melt in?
Melt, and then like basically it's like a jacket potato, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Or a chip
So
buddy.
It's not as ridiculous as you think.
No.
But it's how's the snack?
Nice.
It's hard to talk and eat at the same time, isn't it?
Probably why we don't do this much at all.
So, did you spot anything else and think that's my snack?
Well, I don't think it's a coincidence that these two things were next to each other. Because I walked up and down the aisle for ages going, I don't know what I'm going to get, I don't know what I'm going to get. And I toyed with getting cheese, like a cheese.
Right.
But I hadn't realised you were going to do a full-on chef starter, master chef challenge.
I reckon I could have made this look a lot nicer than I did, but I don't think it's too bad a pub snack. Really, you'd be happy with that, wouldn't you? And what about the beer? So I'll tell you what. When I finish my mouthful, let's go back to the Yorkshire bitter. So, give me your verdict.
It was average, but it was all right. If I went round someone's house and they said, do you want a drink? And I said, aye, and they had one of them in the fridge, and that's all they had, I wouldn't be disappointed.
I got to say, I came off the back of a Belgian triple, and my first quaff of that beer, I thought it was absolutely delicious. That was really much better than you thought.
Okay. Maybe.
So, yeah, do you want to press the button? Oh, actually, don't bother, we haven't got minutes. So, the especially selected Aldi Yorkshire Bitter, 4.8%, lagers on or lager off?
The lager is off.
Of course.
The log is off.
Nice. We don't have to edit it in now. Nice. Finally.
Damn it, stop putting food in your mouth when you're going to talk.
So sorry. I'm so sorry I can't help it. I'm also... This is my tea as well. I'm absolutely sorry.
Surprised you didn't come on with egg and chips.
Have you had tea as well?
I had, well, do you know what I had for me tea today? I had
Did you have a...
tea.
Did you have a protein bar?
Well, a natural one. I had 2 chicken breasts.
Oh, you
For me
fat
too.
knacker.
What do you mean?
2 chicken breasts, a boatload of chorizo, and a
I forgot all about that.
frittata.
I forgot all about this until about an hour before we came on.
And when I went for my dinner today, I had to stall my dinner. So I got up and I had my porridge, 203 calories, and then I went in for my dinner, and I thought, shit, it's loggers off tonight. I best just work out my calories. Work these out. I ended up having half a tin of tuna.
See, I don't have breakfast or dinner. I had a protein shake for me dinner.
Oh, is it a Huel?
No, it was like a proper whey protein shake.
Sorry, Schwarzenegger.
I know. Got to get those gains.
So,
Mate, you've done it again. You can't stick food in your mouth and start going, how unprofessional is that? I'm just going to speak. Christ. We're not doing food again, you pig. Right, Martin, coffee stout. The lager's on or the lager's off?
The log is off.
I concur.
Excellent.
Let's never do food again. It's too hard. This is all about talking. Yes. Cheers, buddy. Yes. Coffee stout, dog, indulgent. It's nice. You like a coffee beer anyway, don't you?
Yeah. 2 favourite drinks, coffee and beer. What's not like?
So, dear listeners, hang on. Dear listeners, Danny's always already made his plea at the top of the episode. Oh, you've got your fork out now.
Only because I'm... Oh, fuck. It's one for the dog.
Danny's always made his plea at the start of the episode about subscribing. We are at the Loggers Off on YouTube, on Facebook, on
Instagram,
TikTok.
Can we hang on a second? TikTok. I'm confused by TikTok.
I
Every time
know, mate. I think that's because you're not 14.
Well, it used to be that, didn't it? Like kids dancing and stuff. But now it seems to be it's turned into the, like, you know, the shopping channels on Sky.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of that, isn't there?
Bizarre.
And anyway, if you like what we're drinking and you like our glasses, go to our TikTok shop, £7.50.
Buy a towel.
It is a bit like that. I've gone into it's funny how the algorithms work, because I was looking at how to do something electrically in the house, and now all I get are electrician videos.
That's what you want, though. Targeted ads. I don't understand why people complain about that. It's like, why would I want something I don't want?
Because I've finished the thing I was doing. I don't want it anymore.
AI will work that out soon, you know.
So I'll finish with a plea. Please subscribe. Log us off everywhere, including the U-Shorts. Give us a follow. Love you.
All the best, mate. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The log is off.